Hi everyone, Katie Murray. How's everyone doing today? I hope everyone's having a great week so far. We are in the middle of October. It's hard to believe, time is flying by. Today I want to talk about the older generation and how we can actually take time to give them the respect that they deserve. What do I mean by that? Let me get right into it. I actually was reminded of it today when I was out and about. I had actually bumped into an older woman right away when I was beginning my grocery shopping. I mean, like right away as I was walking into the grocery store, I happened to notice this woman as she was pulling into a parking space, which she was driving. And a lot of times people think, at what age should they stop driving? And I always think to myself, who is anyone to make that choice? It should really be a personal decision, one that is decided between the person and their family. For other people to have a debate and have it be out and about and discussed in a forum, it is actually disrespectful. And I know myself personally, I'm very protective of my parents, and they are in their 80s and they're of mind and body. And I really cringe because, they aren't the average, 80-year-olds. So when I see people say, well, anyone that hits this age, well, you can't look at age. It's everyone's different. I see people in their 40s and I think, geez, you shouldn't be on the road. I see people in their 20s and I think you shouldn't be on the road. So stop and think before you put your opinions out there. Stop and think before you speak. You know what I mean? But anyway, I saw her, like when she had pulled in, and great driver, okay? And like I said, we just happened to arrive at the same time. And she did take her time getting out of the car, but, she was doing it. And I actually got lumped up because I thought, wow, look at this, look at her, and I have a heart when it comes to the older people. But anyway, I went on with my shopping, and it was just one of those experiences where, you just keep bumping into someone and you just happen to see them all the time. And there she was, and she was dressed real nice. I mean, she wasn't one of those people who was just, frumpy and, the sweatpants, or flip flops. I mean, she had like a real nice outfit, and the makeup and the bright lipstick, and her hair was done real nice, and she smelled just, I just really admired that. Sometimes people, they get to a point and they just feel like, who cares? I mean, I see people get like that when they hit their 30s. It's like, whatever, who cares? I'm over the hill. And I cringe. I mean, I'll never forget, like, one of my friends, and they said, well, I'm old now. I mean, she was like 32. And it's like, wow, But here is this woman, and she had all of this pride and dignity in herself. And it wasn't about, look, I want to look good because X, Y, and Z might see me. No, she had that pride and dignity in herself because she cared about herself and how she felt. So remember that in life. Always take time in how you look because you want to feel good about yourself. That was a good lesson for me because we've all been there, where it's like, you have those days. But you really should take that extra step. Always care about yourself. Try to look good for you. You're not doing it for anyone else but you. But anyway, that's a topic for another day. So here we're out and we're shopping and stuff. And we got to this aisle, right? And it was really busy today. But, like I said, she was older. And, she might have been taking her time and maybe blocking an area. But to see the way some of these ignoramuses were, okay, and the aggravation on their faces because, maybe, she was blocking and taking her time. I was so upset over the fact that these people couldn't just give her a minute, and the huffing and the puffing. And I thought, boy, I hope she doesn't hear that. And she was so friendly, and just the smile on her face, her eyes twinkling, And I thought, wow, maybe this is like her only time out each week. And you have someone like this person that's behind me huffing and puffing, and I'm biting my cheek. I'm trying to do all I can not to say anything because I have my mother constantly in me, like, just be a good person, don't say anything. You know what I mean? But I just thought, the person that's over here complaining, like, geez, who's holding up the aisle? Or, can't that lady move? And what's she doing? She shouldn't even be out here shopping. I mean, it was just, I could cry thinking about it right now. But my point is, she's out and she's shopping. God bless her. You know what I mean? So the next time you're out and you're in a shopping and you see somebody and they're taking their time, think to yourself, that could be you someday. It will be you. And I hope that you actually live to be that age where you're able to do things like that. Not everyone's going to live to be that age. And let's say that you don't even have a situation where it's of old age. These people that were acting like that. My mom always told me, never ever belittle a person for, a disability or because they're older. You never know. You could fall down, hit your head, and end up with something where now you're unable to do things. So make sure that you're kind to people because the shoe could always be on the other foot. And it's like takes your breath away because it's true. It really is. So those people that are, they're going to end up old someday, or they could end up, like I said, where they're all of a sudden unable to do things. Then what? How are they going to feel when they have someone huffing and puffing and breathing down their neck? Like, they wouldn't like it. You know what I mean? And the other thing too is never treat an older person like they're less than, or, oh, look at that cute little old lady. I hate that. Think about it, right? So many people don't like the terms that we use now when we talk about people who are disabled, right? I can't even think of like all the different terms now because there's so many, okay? But you have to be careful with how we label people because it's just like a sensitive topic. But it's the same thing like with older people. Why do we do that, right? They're people. They're just like us. They're just older. You know what I mean? So stop just have respect for them. Be compassionate. Be respectful. They've earned that respect. You know what I'm saying? When I was in line, I swear I wasn't stalking this lady. It seemed like it, but I wasn't. But it's just everywhere that I was, she was. But here we were in line, and I just happened to be behind her. Okay, but once again, she was a little slower, putting her stuff up on the belt, But here, then there's this, hag bag lady behind me. What's taking so long? I'm telling you, the devil in me wanted to pick up a can and hit her in the head. It was like, really, lady? Are you kidding me? I wouldn't have done it. I'm the angel, my mother over here, like, behave yourself, just don't do it. But come on, really? Let the lady just have her day out. Honestly, really? And I just kept going, like trying to hum so the older lady wasn't hearing this lady. It was just, it upset me, and I just thought, let's just spread this message. And my message, I hope all of you guys go now and spread the message of let's be kind to the older generation. And when you're out and about, and if you see, someone blocking an aisle, they're older, or, you're walking into a store and you see an older person, go out of your way to help them. Always pay respect to the older generation. Always be kind. It doesn't even have to be an older generation. And like I said, I have more on this topic I want to talk about either next week or in the next upcoming weeks, because there's so much to talk about when it comes to this. But like I said, today just really hit me. Like I said, this woman, she was just the kindest. Like I said, her eyes sparkled, you know what I mean? And she just had so much pride and dignity. And she just glowed, you know, and to have all these people miserable and just overlooking the fact that here this lady is just doing her thing, living, you know? And meanwhile, I'm looking at them and they had no pride in themselves. They didn't care how they looked, you know what I mean? And they just oblivious. So I know I'm a little bit, you know, cranky, I guess, today, but, you know, my message is from the heart. And like I said, I'm a huge advocate for our older generation, and I can't help myself. I'm on a roll. Anyway, I hope everyone's doing well, and I will see you all next Wednesday. And until then, what are we going to do? Spread lots of seeds of joy and happiness all around so it takes off like wildflowers. Bye-bye.